With over 1 billion doses of COVID-19 vaccine administered in China, that is about 16% of the entire population, China continues to vaccinate about 20 million doses each day. Despite this number and with COVID-19 vaccination going on smoothly all over the world, China still stands firm on keeping its borders closed for another year. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Business Connect. In today's edition, we will be talking about the possible reasons why China still stands firm on keeping its borders closed for another 1 year. If this is your first time on the channel, consider to hit that subscription button. We do interesting videos like this on the channel. We talk about news in China. We talk about things happening, business opportunities in China. And I also share with you interesting vlogs about things about my life. I share with you my life here in China. So if this is your first time on the channel, consider to hit that subscription button. Join us on the channel so that each time we upload interesting videos like this, YouTube will notify you. Without wasting much of your time, let's dive straight into the video. Welcome back. So ladies and gentlemen, today we will be talking about the possible reasons why did China decided to keep its borders closed for another 1 year. It's about 2 years now since the borders were closed, and China news says that China plans to keep its borders completely closed for another 1 year. So from the news around and doing our analysis and doing a little bit of research, I will be giving to you guys 3 reasons, or I'll be proposing 3 reasons why I think that China decided to keep its borders closed for another 1 year. First reason why we think China have decided to keep its borders closed for another 1 year is the emergence of new variant cases in China. Remember that China went for a couple of months, for a good amount of time, with no internal transmission cases. So after some time, after the restriction, the borders were slowly being released. They started relaxing the border controls, and the results were not good at all. Because in major cities like in Guangzhou, we know that Guangzhou is like the door to China. About 90% of flights to China come in through Guangzhou. Just a few weeks ago, Guangzhou had a good number of new cases and the city was closed, the city was locked down. And I think that is the first reason why China have realized that no, we can't just open the borders anytime soon unless the rest of the world takes shape. Because everything can be going on smoothly in China, but the moment the doors are open, the moment the borders are open, it can change everything. It can destroy back everything that they've struggled to build. So the first reason why we think that China have decided to keep the borders closed for another 1 year is because of the cases that were coming from abroad. So we think that they are waiting for the rest of the world to take shape before they can open the borders. So the second reason why we think that China have decided to keep the borders closed again for another 1 year is because of the plans or the upcoming Beijing Olympics. We know that next year in 2022, China will be hosting the Beijing Olympics, the Olympic Games, and we know that China is doing everything possible to make sure that these Olympics are hitch-free. So they want to keep the country in order. They want to keep the country safe and make sure that once it's time for Beijing Olympics, they will not have any cases, they will not have any problem with some cities being closed, or maybe some areas are risk areas and so on. So they want to do everything possible to make sure that the place is safe. We think China is trying to make sure that before the Beijing Olympics, there will be no risk areas in China. That's why they've decided to keep the borders closed for another 1 year. The third reason why we think that China is planning to keep its borders closed for another year, it's, this year is a very strategic year in Chinese politics. The Communist Party will be celebrating their 100 year of transforming China, the 100 year of ruling China. So we think that this year is a very strategic year and the country will not want any interruptions, will not want any interferences. So that's why they are planning to keep the borders completely closed or with high restrictions so that they don't have any interferences as they celebrate this 100 year of the Communist Party. Just to throw a little bit of light here, saying that the borders will remain closed for another year doesn't mean that nothing comes into China. It just means that the restrictions are going to continue to be strong. They are still going to continue to allow only those who are vaccinated. and only those who are coming from countries with a very low rate of the virus. So it doesn't mean that during this 1 year, no one comes into China. It just means that the borders are continuing to remain sealed and closed, and a lot of restrictions, a lot of procedure will be followed before someone enters China during this period. So if you were wondering, if you heard the news about closing the border for another year and you were wondering why did China decide to close the border for another 1 year, now at least I've given you 3 points, I've given you 3 reasons. Now you have at least a clue of why the borders are going to remain closed for another 1 year. This is Business Connect. If this is your first time watching our channel, consider to hit that subscription button. We do interesting videos like this. We bring you motivational stuff in China. I'll see you in our next video. Peace out. Bye-bye.